is Barbara.
And my name is Lauren, and we have a lot to show you on our first episode of Chess Diva. We'll be learning how to play the opening better, and we'll also be interviewing the organizer and the winner of the Sojourner Truth All Girls Tournament, which was played last weekend in Palo Alto. But first, let us tell you about ourselves.
We learned the game when we were 8 years old, and in the summer of 1999, we played every day at home. And then our dad took us to a local chess club.
Today we are rated around 1800 by the United States Chess Federation, and we have competed in tournaments throughout the Bay Area, Los Angeles, and I have competed internationally in New Zealand. We want to share our knowledge of chess with people, especially women and children.
Do you know what the opening is? The opening is the first stage of a chess game, and there's 3 stages of a chess game. There's the opening, the middle game, and the end game. The opening game would last about 8 to 12 moves. Lauren, do you know what the opening strategy is?
Yes. First of all, it's always good to have 1 or 2 pawns in the center. So if I go d4 or e4, this is very good because it controls the center, and it also opens the diagonals for my bishops. But it's always good to try to move your knights before your bishops. So if I move my knight to c3, this is a very good move because it gets your knight out, and it also attacks d5 and e4. And if you do the same thing, knight to f3, this is good because it controls e5 and e4. So we are definitely controlling the center. Well, we've been talking about openings for a while now, so let's take a break. Last weekend, we went to the Sojourner Truth Chess Tournament for girls, and they also had a women's section. So let's go watch that clip now.
Chess Divas here at the Sojourner Truth Chess Tournament in Palo Alto. I'm standing with Jessica Dalzer. How long have you been playing chess, Jess?
Just for fun, about 15 years. I actually learned when I was about 7, and then I kind of played it with other games till I was about 12 or so, and then at about the age of 12 I decided that chess and game were the same thing, and so I started playing chess pretty much exclusively from about 1992 to the present. That's about 15 years, although I've only been competing now, playing tournaments for about 5 years, so not a whole lot of times.
How did you get interested in chess?
Many years ago, my father, who is a high A player, who began playing chess in his 50s, took me to the Burlingame Chess Club on a whim and said, guess what, I've entered you in a beginner's chess tournament. It was around Thanksgiving, and I placed second, unbelievably, and I won a turkey and got my picture taken. It was kind of exciting. It was fun. It reminded me of the tennis days. I think for the same reason girls sometimes drop out of math and science and begin to focus on other things like social and stuff like that, or get intimidated, they drop out of chess also. Hopefully that'll change. I think they can do much better. I'd like to become an A chess player and also be ranked nationally in women's chess, possibly in the top 50. Women and children to play it.
Hi, this is Sujay and Ankita, and
I used to be a state champion back in India.
wow.
That's how it got started. There were newspaper reports in India, and I was organizing them here. When she was in kindergarten, she looked at it and she said, "That's your picture." So
Wow, that was a wonderful clip. Well, we have Doug Shaker, who was the organizer of the Sojourner Truth Chess Tournament, and over here is Sapphire Ratner, and she won the junior high school section. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And how did you get interested in chess, Doug?
Well, when my son, I have two children. When my son was about 4, he learned how to play chess from me, and we'd play a lot of chess games. And when he was a kindergartner, I took him to a grade level chess tournament. He ended up placing 2nd. My daughter wanted to play chess after that, and she wanted to play chess a lot, but she didn't want to play with boys. So I ended up starting a chess tournament, a girls' chess tournament, just so she'd have a place to play in the tournament. However, as soon as I started the chess tournament, she played 2 games and then decided she wanted to go play basketball. Since then, I've run the chess tournament for girls, and it's been a relatively popular thing. It's really neat to see a lot of girls playing chess.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What's your story, Sapphire?
I started playing chess at age 8 when I saw my dad and my uncle playing, and it looked fun, so I decided I wanted to play too. And I just wanted to get better and better, and I started going to tournaments, and then
I noticed that the winner of the women's section was from Hungary. And, you know, Hungary, that's so far away. So, who is she, and how did she find out about this tournament?
The winner of the women's tournament was Boglarka Erdos. Boglarka is from Hungary, and she won the Zoltán Kovács chess tournament in Budapest. That tournament is organized by a friend of mine, the daughter of Zoltán Kovács, and it's a girls' chess tournament that has girls from all over Eastern Europe. The first prize for that chess tournament is a trip to the United States and a chance to play in my tournament. So Boglarka was was the winner of that tournament and came over just for that purpose with her coach and her mother.
Why did you name the tournament after Sojourner Truth?
Well, that's kind of a funny story. At that point, I was part of an email list that supported the San Jose Lasers, which is a women's basketball tournament. And I knew I wanted to start a girls' chess tournament, but I didn't know what to call it. So I asked that email list, what should we call it? And they came up with lots and lots of names, of which one was Sojourner Truth. And Sojourner Truth was a slave who was freed in the 1820s and then went on to become a feminist speaker. One of her famous speeches was a speech called Ain't I a Woman, that was given at a feminist conference in the middle 1800s. And I thought she'd be a great example for kind of a feminist chess tournament. So I chose her. Cool.
Yes. Well, I think that time is almost up, so I want to thank all the volunteers to make this show possible. And I also want to thank Bob Blatt from the Burlingame Chess Club. And we also want to thank cowchess.org.
See you next time on Chess Day!